All right, this video, we're going to show you some signs of when you may need to change the fork oil on your motorcycle. When you look through your service manual, you'll see that it only says to change your fork oil or rebuild your forks every 50,000 miles. We've had to redo the fork oil on this one time about 20,000 miles ago. We have a video on that process. But just recently it started getting a little bit soft in the front end. The nose, it started nose diving quite a bit. And I noticed the other day that when you compress the forks, they don't even push all the way back up, or they come back up real jerky instead of smooth like they're supposed to. So let me show you what I'm talking about on that area. All right, one of the things that we noticed, I noticed it the other day, was if I pull this down, I can do it really easily too. You see, it doesn't come back up smooth. See how it kind of jerks as it comes up, and then I can pull it up. So it's not even coming up all the way. So there, I just pulled it back up. The other thing is that if you hold your front brake, I'm going to lift the bike up here a little bit. This thing nosedives really hard, and I'm not even pushing very hard on that to get it to do that. And then of course it doesn't come up all the way either. So that fluid is probably gone. We don't have any seals leaking, so I know it's not a problem with that. It could be a collapsed spring in there, but we won't know until we at least change the fluid first and try that. All right guys, so we're at Fort Worth Harley. What I wanted to do was come up here, take a look at some of the forks. So you can see down here, there is no drain plug on the forks anymore on most of these bikes. Come over here to another one. What they want you to do now, as you can see, is they want you to rebuild the forks instead of draining and refilling. Go look at some touring bikes. Your Road Glide, same thing. Sealed forks, so you're not going to be draining them. So there you go, same thing. No way to drain them. So at 50,000 miles, you just do a complete rebuild on them. So we came out to the used pre-owned, I like to say, section, and you can see this one here has a drain. That's a 2012 Street Glide. So it depends what year you go to. I think they started it in 2014 is what it was. And this one here does not have it, and this is a 2016. Here's a 2012 Road Glide, and you can see it's got the drain plug. So really guys, what it comes down to is you're just gonna have to pay attention to your forks. Look at them before you decide to drain and refill, because it may not be able to on your bike. Also make sure you get a service manual before you do it. All right, so just like in the video, we're going to take the fork tube cap off. Some bikes, you can take this off and it allows you to fill it. Other bikes, and you're going to have to refer to your service manual on this. If you do this, the spring will pop out. So you want to be sure that you've got a bike that you can refill your forks while it's on the still on the triple tree. There is a process in my service manual to refill the forks without taking the forks off of the motorcycle. And there's a second process for filling with the forks off of the motorcycle. So be sure that you have your service manual to determine which of those you can or cannot use. There it went. All right, so in your service manual, we've got the information that you need to do this. Ours is the FLS-TN. If you read down here under here, the fork, it says fork mounts can be measured in two ways. Refer to table 217. Okay, it says use the ounce and cc measurement. So that's the first two here. If the fork is left in the frame, so that means we're not removing the fork. That's what we're doing. So that's the measurement we're going to use. It says use the inch and millimeter measurement if the fork is disassembled. In this spring removed and the fork fully compressed. Okay, we're not taking the forks off, so we are not going to use the inch measurement. Ours is 395 cc's. We're actually upgrading. We're going to put some heavy fork oil in this time instead of the type E that we put in the last time, and hopefully it'll give a stiffer ride in the front. That's what we're kind of looking for. All right, 395 cc's. All right, now we're just gonna pour it in. Now when you do this, guys, do a little bit at a time, let it go down. It's got to get through the dampers in the fork. And if you do it too fast, you'll overflow it and you'll have to start over. So you want to give that oil a chance to work all the way to the bottom of the fork. Okay, so we got the fork oil changed. I took it for a ride. It is definitely more noticeable. It's a lot stiffer. When I compress the springs now, in order to get them to go down, I've really got to push down hard on them. Okay, they still have a little bit of give. Part of that's going to be just the weight of the motorcycle itself. But yeah, I can't just push them down like I did before. The other thing is when I push them down, they spring back up like they're supposed to. They don't have that slow return like they did before. So yeah, it's definitely a better ride. And I was just going up to the heavy Screaming Eagle heavy fork oil. Okay, so that was the quick process, but more than that, it was the before and after results of changing fork oil from the Type E, which is the stock oil that comes in the forks on the Softail Deluxes, to the Screaming Eagle heavy fork oil. It does ride a lot better. It handles stiffer. I took it out for a ride. I like the results of it. So it might be something to think about doing if you start getting a kind of a soft front end or a diving action on the front of your motorcycle. Also, be sure and subscribe. I'd appreciate that. And visit our website at rideitwrenchit.com.